Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what work is. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what thirst is. I've had a taste of evil and tried to cure the sickness, but I just keep my head down and focus on the facts. I'm setting down gravel while you just follow the path. I'll lead them into battle while you're just too scared to act. I'll leave the knife right in my back. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling.
So what are you waiting for? Subscribe. I'll see you on the other side. Hey, well, to get in the den. Happy Friday night. So now, let's talk about some of the sexual dynamics between Will and Jada. So, I'm seeing, various theories that are out there. One of the theories is that Will is setting himself up to get out of his marriage. But I don't think that that's what's going on. Will is not an alpha male. Jada knows it. I'm sure he knows it. And, until this recent outburst of testosterone, we didn't know of him being violent either. Not that you can call somebody being bitch slapped. Exactly. But I don't know, to me, I think that Jada is the dominant one in the bedroom. think that Will wants to be, but he's not. He's not. You know, I mean, we've had this stuff, you know, talking about where Jada said allegedly that Will is trash dead. But here's the thing. If you've been married for this, when are you gonna like instruct your partner on how to please you? I don't understand these women that don't know how to open up their mouths and tell their sexual partner, you know, what they like and what they don't like. And I would say vice versa, because there are men who are like that as well. You know, but I mean, must have been good enough for you to get pregnant a couple of times. I'm just saying. You know, and you know, okay, so now I'll speak from experience of having somebody who was trash in bed. But the difference was is that, let me move this a little closer. Closed mouth don't get fed, and hold on, y'all. All right, we get back. Man, it's acting really weird. I don't know what happened to it. I have to go get me another little stand. All right, so yeah, in my case, yeah, I said something. You know, his male ego would not allow him to listen. But I sure said something. And, you know, the response that I got was just what nobody else complained about. I don't care about what nobody else complained about. I'm talking about me. I don't like that. And I need to change how you're doing that with me. You know, and I mean, it could be how you go down oral sex. You know, it's nothing worse. It's nothing worse than someone who doesn't down, male or female. You just want them to just go away. You know, you just pull them up, and you know, it's the I don't know, and I mean, I mean, and I'm not just talking about. I'm not just talking about guys that get down there and don't know how to use their tongue. You know, you have women who, you know, are lazy suckers.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not swallowing. What's the use of it? You know, I guess that's definitely a preference. You know, but you know, I think it's spitters or quitters. And here's my thing: if you are going, if a woman is going to bring a man to the point of orgasm, why would you just not finish the job? You know, but then also you gotta make sure that things are tasty. So you gotta, you know, you don't need to be drinking a lot of soda. Soda's just hint from men out there. Just like with women who drink a lot of sodas and have a nasty taste in punani, sour taste in punani. Drinking a lot of sodas has a similar effect on your semen. I'm just gonna put it as bluntly as possible. It does. You know, when they talk about you are what you eat, you are what you eat, you are what you drink. You know, water, juices, fruits, vegetables, make everything taste good. A word to the wise. A word to the wise, man. You know, there's no reason for anything to be smelly or anything to not taste good. I'm just saying. Not at all. Let me see if I can do this. Let's see if that helps. Let's see. So now I have it because I'm having the microphone. I think this is better. Yeah. I don't sound like I'm across the room when I'm literally sitting right here. Now I don't sound like I'm across the room. Hey, Diva. But I mean, you know, I'm just. If you're gonna do oral, everything gotta be nice, and everything gotta taste nice. Soda should not be your favorite drink, women. Soda should not be your favorite drink, women. If you're eating like strawberries and peaches, bananas, all the different types of apples. Oh, y'all. I just said, yeah, I don't know what this issue is, y'all. his issue is because for whatever reason, like StreamYard is not allowed to use the camera. It's just like a black screen. And y'all know that King David likes to come on camera, so he didn't get to have his camera moment on my other channel. But on this channel, I don't come on camera. So, yeah, that part. Now, I'm talking about something that I'm not going to come on camera and talk about. You know, if I come on camera, I'm not going to get as depth. You know, so. But StreamYard's is tripping with the camera. Yeah, he's gone upstairs now. He'll be alright. Well, yeah, Miss Pamela. I mean, yeah, something is good. I'm not saying that if a woman is going to bring a man to orgasm, don't spit it out. Just don't take him to that point. You know, tease him up to that. And, you know, but I know that that's the time. Turn on the button. And it's also powerful because he is completely under your control. It's a power move. I don't know why this is going change. Okay, so now. Okay, see now it's acting up. Okay, so let me just do this. Hold up, y'all. Oh, no. All right. Okay, so now you're right up on me. I have the iPad laying on my lap. Let me turn the music down a little bit. Maybe that's what it is. Nah, maybe that's better. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I mean, but you know, I want sucking, I want licking. So I just assumed because you know I like that, he should want that too. I've never heard any complaints. I'm just saying, you know, and I was an adult before I ever, you know, indulged in oral. You know, I was, you know, I'm sure there were people around me doing it, but I wasn't one of them. I was 21. You know, when I was in my 20s, I was adventurous and I was willing to try things. It wasn't always successful, but you know, I at least tried stuff. You know, I told y'all about you know, anal. We don't do anal, and we tried, and it just didn't happen. and it's never going to happen at this point. It's never happening. I was in my 20s, didn't happen back then, and it's never happened. Never, because I don't like pinky men. And if you're bigger than a pinky, then there's no way you're going there. So yeah, that part. I don't want nothing going in. It is an exit only hoe. You know. And here's the thing, you guys, like, so let me tell y'all about the one and only time that I tried this. So I was still in college. Went over to the boyfriend's house. He was not in college. He was like, I don't know. He was like in his mid-20s. Oh, and it was the Marine. It was one of the Marines that I dated, as a matter of fact. He was an ex-Marine. So we get over there, you know, folks are, you know, I guess he lived in a house. He had a friend of his also lived there with his wife. You know, so everyone's smoking and, you know, drinking. And, you know, eventually everyone retires to rooms. So at some point, while we were attempting this act, the other couple is in the hallway arguing. Now, we attempted this, you know, we used, what did we use? Anal ease stuff. Clearly, I wasn't high enough. Because let's just say that I almost jumped across the room when he just attempted to. Okay. And so while he was trying to convince me to try again, you know, these fools were out in the hallway arguing like ghetto birds. Now, the wife was not American. She was, what was she? I want to say she was like Ethiopian or Somali. So anyway, they're out in the hallway arguing, cursing each other out. Things were not working out with what we're trying. So we get dressed and go out in the hallway to see what the heck is going on. The two men almost got into a drag out fight. Now, keep in mind, everybody's still high. Everyone was still high at this point. Or I was still high. I was still high. but I quickly had my high blown by this act. And do you guys know that this dude actually tried to get me to try it again after that incident out in the hallway? Like, are you out of your effing mind? Like, this ain't happening. And you know, I mean, I don't. How can I say this and not be effing? I don't deal with Pinky Man. You know, he, he wasn't no like he wasn't like little or nothing. So the f that was happening. Fuck no. And I wasn't high no more. Yeah, I was over it at that point. And you guys know after that, nobody could talk me into it. It was not even a discussion with my ex-husband. We weren't even talking about it because he was no. That wasn't happening. that was that wasn't even gonna happen. You know, and I think I had maybe one person that I was in a long-term relationship with that almost talked me into it. But no, I just decided that I'm gonna be your you know, typical black girl. I ain't into that. Even though I know that, that's a myth that there are many of us that enjoy anal. I'm just not one of them. I'm not doing it. And now I'm like almost 60. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell to the nah, nah, nah. I mean, there's lots of other sexual acts. There's lots of other stuff that we can do. I mean, we can always do some. You can let me dominate. You can let me, be a little dom. I got my dominatrix gear. I'm ready. Except I don't have a leather whip. My whip is purple. And they're like little, I don't know that. I guess I don't know what they are like. They look like they're like little rubber bands. So if you hit somebody hard with it, it's gonna hurt. But I think it's more to, more like the tease. And it's more for the pleasure pain than for the pain, but but I don't do the dog collars and all that. I'm not getting down on all fours, and I'm not asking you to do it either. But I know there are some people that are into that kind of stuff. And you would never guess it by people's public personas as to the people that are into the dominatrix life. Now, I mean, I don't talk about this a lot on the other channel, but I told you guys, you know, that when I was younger, that I used to do, the like, I don't know, fantasy girl stuff, but I did the recording, you know. But what I didn't tell you guys is that I actually did the live stuff, the live chat at one point as well. Y'all, I would probably have to give y'all a whole live stream. Yeah, just get up here on a whole live stream and talk about some of the stuff. You just would just, it was just so eye-opening to me. It was just so eye-opening. And, I mean, and these are just phone calls, y'all. But people on the dominatrix phone calls, then you had, like ones that were into that were into trans, but they really wanted a chick with a penis, and they would have real 100% women take those freaking calls, and it would trip you out. Because it would be like these guys who sounded like they were like, the thuggiest thug dudes, and that's what they was into. So you knew that they was, if they hadn't turned over, they was about to turn over to the life. It was just crazy. Telling y'all, it was, this was back in the early days when, you did go into an actual office, and you were sitting in the cubicles. I'm telling you, I did that stuff. Now I think, these days they do all that stuff from home. And I'm telling you, the girls would be sitting there. They would be sitting there. It would be crazy. They sitting there smoking their cigarettes, talking on the phone, rolling their eyes. And, like a lot of the girls had these really, really sexy voices, and they didn't look like what they, sounded like. I did. But they, well, you don't really look like that. You don't really look, well, you don't see my picture because no one would ever use their own real pictures for that kind of stuff. I'm just girl number whatever, whoever it is that whatever the name was, I came up with. From I only did it like part-time. I'm sure the people that did it, I would say to get really good money, like to make some money in doing the calls, at least back then, you would have to work that stuff full time. Now, because they do all that stuff online now, and a lot of them do the cam stuff, I'm sure they make a lot of money. but that was a long time ago when I was younger, but it was funny. I'm telling you, it just the calls that would come in, so I can only imagine how it is now because, you know, you could back then you could isolate where you took calls from and everything, and I think they still can do that now. I think they do that now. You know, there's people who still do it. I mean, there's women who I guess have been doing this stuff for years and years and years. But I did that stuff back, when I was hanging out with my stripper friends, and to make some extra money, and all I did is did telephone calls, and I did the tapes and stuff, but it was, I mean, the San Fernando Valley was back then was what the sex capital of the world. That was back in the 80s, and so yeah, it's now. I mean, it's gone completely international. I know, this stuff is all over the world. You have women from all over the world and doing that stuff. I mean, oldest what profession is, sex. It sells. Yeah, I mean, I know that they have like places where people do the live stuff and everything. You know, they do. They got them around. I mean, I told y'all I knew about when they had the swinger parties. I mean, they had parties. People were being voyeurs, all kinds of. I'm telling y'all, it's the wild kind of stuff going on in Hollywood. You know, it's these people are about that life, but they do all that stuff in closed settings. I mean, I went to some parties like with some of my girlfriends who are part of the community, even though it wasn't a community back then. And they were also there would be people in the industry, women in the industry that would be at these parties, who, for all intents and purposes, were straight, but they weren't straight at these parties. I mean, the parties that I would go to were not like the sex parties, but I mean, they would be dancing with women, kissing women, and you know, I was bartending, DJing, making my money, but it was yeah, it was that kind of even then. I'm sure it's still going on. I wouldn't know anymore. I wouldn't know anymore. Then they have. Oh, I don't know about it in Europe. I mean, see, here's the thing. As far as that is as far as sex is concerned, the sex industry, I would say we in America are considered to be prudes. Things that are allowed to be seen or, are on TV or other kind of stuff is far, far more explicit than the kind of programming that we have allowed for years. Of course, now you wouldn't know because, streaming TV with all the cable channels and everything, it's all the same. But we were always considered to be the prudes, and they seem to be more sexually free in Europe. How ironic was that? And if you would see some of the programs and the stuff that they would do, like in Japan, crazy stuff. I'm listening. I'm seeing what you're saying, Terry. I'm telling you, it's like, but the thing is that a lot of people. It's like for me, it's like I would always have guys tell me stuff like, "I know you must be, like good in that area." And I'm like, well, how would you know? And they would be like, by the way you're dancing or whatever. I'm like, how I'm dancing ain't got nothing to do with how I am sexually. So you're assuming because I'm flexible when I'm dancing, that means that I'm flexible when I'm doing things. That has nothing to do with it. Oh, I remember the Pussycat Theater. Yeah, it was right across the street from the Pleasure Chest in Hollywood. I remember I would go to the Pleasure Chest out here, but I knew about the Pleasure Chest back home in Georgetown, in DC, and me and my friends would go up there. So when I came out here, I went and found the Pleasure Chest out here, because they had, like the sex toys, but everybody's not into sex toys. Everybody doesn't like the toys, Some people would rather not have the toys involved. So, I can take them or leave them. But I just think, kind of makes things different sometimes. This is all before you had things like the bedroom candy where she's selling all of her stuff and everything. She's got a couple of good products though. Yeah, the Pleasure Chest, that was one of the places to go. Now I'm like, people go to what's the online one? Adam and Eve. Yeah, where they can have everything sent to the house in a brown paper wrapper. Discreetly, as they say. Discreetly. But yeah, no, a lot of people, don't like certain types of vibrating sex toys. Some men don't like them to be involved in the act because they feel like, you know, that the sex toy is taking their place. But trust me, no sex toy is going to actually take the place if you know how to use your tongue. It's not going to take your place. You know, you just have to be creative with those things. Use it as part of the act, especially the ones that have the little buttons where the man can control it, so he can control how it's pleasuring his partner. That's part of foreplay. That's foreplay, y'all. That's not part of, I mean, it's like there's so much more to sex than actual penetration. The penetration is like, the finale, you know. And, then you can always have encore sex. Oh yeah, the butt plug. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that I don't engage with men who like butt play. I don't do that. We don't do that either. I'm not I'm not playing with yours. You're not playing with mine. We're not playing with mines. You know, I'm not messing with no man's hairy behind. It's not happening. Not happening. But I don't mind like using, getting in the shower, having the water running on you, bending over the bench, you know, leaning up against the wall, that kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll do that, but we're not playing with butts. The butt play is suspect to me. It's suspect. I'm sorry, sorry, not sorry. You know. Yeah, I mean, but you know what, Miss Pamela, there are men, there are women who don't have a problem with that. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. And I mean, I know there are men who don't have problems with bisexual women until you lose your woman to another woman. Then you got a problem with it. You know, but in all actuality, most bisexual people usually they pick a side at some, they don't generally deal with both at the same time. They're either dealing with, their same sex or the opposite sex. Not, I mean, the people that I know that are, I know some women who are married, who are bisexual, but they're married, and but I guess every once in a while they have adventures, with their husband or without. That's their business. I don't share. I'm selfish. we need to be about only each other, you know? And I just think that when you bring other people into your relationship, it's going to cause problems. It's going to cause some problems. Yeah, the golden showers. R. Kelly can have that all by himself. R. Kelly can have that one all by himself. And then y'all know those girls that take themselves over to Dubai to be toilets. Yes, they can deal with that, and with men shitting on them as well. Yeah, It doesn't matter how much money you're paying. I'm not doing it. I don't care. It's just disgusting. Oh, oven went off, y'all. It's just disgusting. But I think we've been on here talking about this for a while. Yeah, this was so much of a more healthy conversation than all the stuff that's going on all over the freaking platform. But there is a possibility, y'all, that I made, like, with the getting verbal in the den. What I may do is have it some weeks on Friday nights and some weeks on Saturday, so I can kind of see which night is going to get more people. Because the reality is, if I get on here and talk with you guys at 9-10 o'clock on a Saturday night, even if I'm on here with you guys up until like 11-12 o'clock, I'm still gonna get my butt up and go to church. So I'm gonna kind of play with the time, the day and time for getting verbal in the den, just see which one goes better. But I do have a poem coming out for you guys that will be out tomorrow. I just have to finish doing the editing. And I'm working on some other spoken word to be dropping on here. And maybe next week, I'll do some off the dome licks. Maybe I'll do some off the dome licks again. Yeah, Miss Pamela, we're back in, and last week was the first week that the choir sang. We're singing again this Sunday for Palm Sunday, and we're singing again next Sunday for Easter, and we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, we're still masked up, except for when we're up there singing. But let me see what is going on with this. But let me get our outro, which is our intro. I'm working on the outro for this, but we ain't there yet. All right, you guys, I will see y'all next week getting verbal in the den. And I'll see y'all in these YouTube streets. And I'll see y'all on Monday at Not So Random Chat. I'm out, you guys. Peace.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what work is. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what thirst is. I've had a taste of evil and tried to cure the sickness, but I just keep my head down and focus on the facts. I'm setting down gravel while you just follow the path. I'll lead them into battle while you're just too scared to act. I'll leave the knife right in my back. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling.
So what are you waiting for? Subscribe. I'll see you on the other side.